All right, y'all, really excited. I believe this is gonna be the last video for the GAT Prep 2025. Y'all, again, huge shout out to the homie VQ Grant or Gridline Garage. If y'all need anything in the area, in the ATX or surrounding area, or even just in Texas and want great quality work, make sure you hit him up, tell him I sent you. Guys, girls, gals, everyone. I'm so sad and I'm so eager and there's just so many emotions, you know. After getting hit, I'm trying to stay positive. Thankfully, damages aren't horrible. So I mean, even if it was, bro, even if the back end was smashed, I would still be driving it. You know, as long as it was still drivable, I would still be driving it to GAT. But yeah, basically having a few things buttoned up and finished, and then trying my best to make the rear end look decent. Yeah, pretty much what we're doing in this video. So I can't wait to get to the homie spot and get started. I've been looking forward to this ever since the last time because I didn't have everything that I needed in order to do certain things, and you'll see what I'm talking about once I get there. So let's go ahead and get there. All right, well, we got the skirts in the car, but not all the way in the car. And the fiberglass carbon fiber, so I don't know if it's the smartest having them out. Also, one of them did have some small minor cracks, so I went ahead and just bondoed it and sealed it and JB welded it. So again, I don't know if it's very smart to have it out of window, because going 60-65 miles per hour probably isn't the best thing. But there's really no other way I could have done it except for putting them on the roof or something. But at least in here I know and I can see what they're doing and, you know, how they're, I guess, doing. But yeah, hopefully I get there and they're still intact. A lot of traffic, so that might be good for me because we're not going at the super high speeds. Maybe. Please make it there safe. After I made it to the homie VQ Grant spot, now what we're doing is we have these, which are those 3 switch lights, and then I have some paint to try and touch up the rear bash bar, and then we have some interior lights, and then also somewhere around here he has the kit for the underglow, and then I'll show y'all. Got the side skirts over here, a little dirty and dusty, but yeah, I'll show y'all here. I told y'all I kind of went overkill, but there was a little bit of cracking and stuff, so I honestly just went crazy and used the whole bottle or whatever it's called, the whole, y'all know I'm horrible at English, but yeah, did that. And then I didn't like how it was a different color, so then I just sprayed it black, and then underneath I had some extra JB weld you can kind of see there on the corners. So there is a scuff right there, which I don't think I'm really gonna do or change, but yeah, I'm excited to get them on there and see what they're looking like. All right, y'all, Ro just got done doing the interior lights. I'm not really sure how well you'll be able to see them, but I'll also do it later when it's at night and when it's darker out. But I'll just show y'all real quick. That's so insane. That's so cool. And it's also, honestly, they're really bright. Now, something that I personally like is that they're not everywhere. So that's something I've seen a lot of the Genesis guys do, is they have a certain kit and it's just, I think it's just too much. But yeah, I basically did this because I didn't want to do the starry headliner again. So I'll probably eventually pay someone to do that. But yeah, this kit's dope because it has these, and then it also comes with footwell lights, which I'm really hype about because I like those lights a lot. Yeah, that's dope. That looks good. Is that just like the white?
I mean, you can do any color. Just run it preset.
Yeah. Yeah. That's tough. Y'all, Gridline Garage VQ Grant literally changed the game with my car. It looks so different. It looks so crazy. Oh my gosh. Can't really see everything because it is dark, but you can definitely see the lights, which is what I wanted to show y'all. I'm about to go to a gas station, wash my hands, probably go pee, get a cold drink. But y'all, Interior is crazy, exterior is crazy, side skirts are on, front bumper fits a lot better now. Drilled into the bash bar, which honestly was the move, because before I had it right there so you couldn't even really see the whole thing, but I really like this. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Oh my gosh, I can't get over this. This is so crazy. I've never had underglow on any of my almost 30 cars I've had or whatever. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. All right, y'all, had to stop and had to match the car, right? Y'all, this is nuts. I can't get over this. So, I've never had a car with underglow. So this is completely a game changer. I mean, honestly, as crazy as it sounds, in person especially, it really changes the look of the car a lot. Also, these side skirts are definitely a lot lower, and I'm really happy with them. I didn't end up running the extensions because look at that. So right there, it's a little bit lower than the front bumper, and then right in the back, it's pretty good when you think about the angles. But also, y'all, just peep the lights. Bro killed it. I mean, you can't see the lights, and that's a big thing too. When I see cars that run underglow, I really despise seeing the lights. I mean, even at low angles, y'all. Bro killed it. The side skirts go crazy. I mean, I've always wanted these side skirts. Actually finally running them, and also got the bumper to finally fit. Had to end up pushing the intercooler back. For some reason, it wasn't fitting. It had a weird fitment on the driver's side, which made the bumper protrude a little bit. But yeah, insane. It's super dope too because the side skirts are super subtle, but they're still just chunky. And I feel as if, especially in the back where the vent is, it kind of comes out a little bit more. I feel like that really goes well with the Ghost front bumper. Just like the aggressiveness. Y'all, bonkers. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all, I'm going to enjoy this very long drive home. So I'll see you on the next clip. All right, y'all, and when you thought GAT prep was over, it is never over. As you can see behind me, I got a trunk. Now this is an OEM trunk. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try my best to paint the spoiler. That's really the only thing about this specific trunk that is kind of rough. There is, I think, just small blemishes and stuff, and obviously it's not gonna be, paint and corrected and stuff. It's kind of dusty, a little dingy, but I basically wanted this because it has the track wing, and my trunk got damaged, my carbon fiber one, a little bit. Didn't really want to run that. Ended up seeing this from the homie Alex, so I thought, you know what? He was actually kind of around where I'm from, where I live, and he was picking up a Genesis, of course. I just saw the clip before, or a few clips before. So yeah, I'm gonna take this out, try and prep it, finish spray it a little bit, and see how it turns out. And then if it turns out good, I'm gonna throw it on. This guy always buying Genesis coupes. All right, y'all, this is how we're looking. Honestly, I really do like this trunk. Again, I don't know what we're gonna end up doing, what the final verdict is, but I got some supplies that I've had left over to try and get this trunk looking right. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out and I'll show y'all. But oh my gosh, I just wanted to show you how she's sitting. And so I've told you this before, but I used to run this trunk on Genefifi back in the day, but I didn't like it because I wanted more of a aggressive duckbill. So this one isn't super aggressive, it's one of the least aggressive, but I think it flows really nice with everything, especially on this specific build. All right, girl, this is what we're working with. Again, like I said, it's not perfect by any means. There is really just the fading on the wing, which I'm pretty sure just because it's plastic, it doesn't have the same, I don't know, not consistency, but the same, you know what I'm trying to say, as metal. But the only thing is there's a little ding right there, and there's a few scratches, but overall no big damages, no big dings or dents besides that little one right there, which for what I got this for. Really cheap, can't complain. But yeah, I wanted to show you this before I got started. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and get after it. See what can I make happen. Can I make it happen? That's the real question. All right, y'all, I literally just have this. This is leftover. I've used it on probably 3 other projects. I probably have about this much, maybe a little bit more. So we'll see. We'll see if we can't get it cracking. Get it bracking.
First layer down, just want to get some coverage. Then I'm going to do another second, third, and I'll probably go heavier on the fourth and fifth and see how it's looking. Yeah, go back.
Online, and it said to wait either 1 hour or 48 hours after you spray this. So yeah, I'm not waiting 48 hours. I'm thinking I could probably get 2 coats out of this, hopefully. At least 2 even coats, maybe 3. I'm not really sure. This isn't a huge space, but we'll see. So I'm gonna keep y'all updated. I'll pick it back up after it's been an hour and we start spraying. Y'all probably like, how many clips is dude gonna put in of the trunk drying? Okay, but this is the thing. The wind's blowing that way, right? So I was spraying it this way so it wouldn't be towards my car, even though I moved my car all over there. But then I thought about it. Maybe it's getting stuff on the paint because the wind's literally blowing into it. Huh? Okay, first layer of clear down. Honestly, this is kind of how I remember the trunk going. It's kind of splotchy and blotchy. You know, when you finish something or you climb a rope and you ring the bell. Yeah, reminds me of that. Okay, anyway, I sprayed and sprayed and sprayed and went super heavy. So basically, I don't know what I'm doing, but I was just spraying heavy coats and making sure I had so much coverage on everything. So I started over here, made sure I got that, then did this section, middle section, this side, and then went ham on that side, and then just went all over it. So as you can hopefully see on camera, it's kind of harder to tell in the shade, but there's definitely a lot more of an even coat on everything. Before, I guess it was, I don't know, I think streaky would be the, I guess, right word, but it was basically, it looked kind of blotchy. It almost looked as if I had just sprayed my first layer of paint or my second layer, where there just wasn't, where you could see there was differences and splotches and stuff. So I don't know, I need to look up and see how long I need to wait for this to dry. Y'all, all right, low key, did I cook? I mean, y'all, it's still drying. And I'm not gonna wet sand it or buff it or anything, but y'all, let me pop up the before. All right, now we're back, and this is the after. Honestly, I am pretty excited. Now, if you get close, you can still see, it's not perfect by any means, but from a distance, from a good 100 feet. Okay, I don't know when 100 feet is, but it looks freaking mint. I let it cook overnight. I think it looks pretty good. Got a little bit of dust and debris on it just from being in the storage and whatnot, but actually I didn't show the process. Also, I forgot, I'm freaking missing that one, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, this trunk's a lot heavier. There's the old trunk over there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is for that third brake light. So I don't know how or what or where my connecting wires would be for that, or if I even have that, I don't know. So for y'all that don't know, the base models and R specs and stuff basically have the third brake light right here, and then the ones that have the track and have the track wings, they don't have it there and they just have that one. So yeah, the more you know. But I'm gonna hope that this fits. I'm gonna hope it looks good. I'm gonna take all the trash bags off and then throw them over there before the trash comes. All right, y'all, so yeah, just double checked. Shout out to Gen Doc. And basically, the bases don't have the wiring harness or the wiring a capability. So basically, you'd have to wire it to a taillight. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. If the homie, I just hit up the homie VQ Grant. If he has time before I leave and he's down to help, great. If not, honestly, it's not a huge thing. But one thing that I am gonna do while I'm out here is I am gonna switch this out. All right, y'all, here's the dilemma. As much as I want to run this, it doesn't cover everything, and there's still going to be, you know, some blemishes and marks, and I don't want to deal with that. So I think I'm gonna just end up running this, and it'll basically cover those areas just so it doesn't look as ghetto. But I am glad that I have a silver one, because I feel like the silver will go well with the clears and the white. So yeah, I'll put it on and I'll show y'all. I don't even know if I showed y'all this, but y'all, I ain't playing. So I thought about it, and basically this one zip tie here wasn't doing enough. So I thought, okay, you know what? If I get another zip tie in it and then have it going this way, it should keep it from popping out. So that's exactly what I did. I don't know how well you can see that, but the fitment isn't where I want it to be, but it is a lot better, and it's firm. Like, that thing's not moving. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, it doesn't even sound good. Pretty glad and excited that I at least got that, so I don't have to worry about that later. But now I'll show y'all the trunk. Bro, that thing sounds horrible. Hey, yo. Did I hit something? Oh, it just sounds like that. All right. All right, y'all, what we thinking? How we feeling? Be honest. You know, like I said, I really do like the stock, you know, the track wing. Bro, you got a Mustang, calm down. Bro's acting like he's in high school. But yeah, definitely think that the chrome emblem was the move. I do think it does kind of tie pretty well with, you know, the white and the chrome and the clears and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'll give y'all some other angles of the wing and the trunk. Got a nice side view. One of my favorite angles of it, though, honestly, is this one, because you can see it peek over, you can see the space in between. Yeah, I really think that this wing goes so well, because it just flows so well with the body line. All right, so some garage lighting. Honestly, I feel as if it kind of makes the rear look wider. You know what I mean? Because instead of the trunk ending there, and then it going up a little bit, you know, it goes over the trunk into the body lines, into the rear quarter. So sick. Yeah, it feels so weird, honestly, just having this trunk again. But yeah, honestly, I really like this angle. I like how it's going on. Plus, as I've gotten older, y'all, OEM Plus, you just can't go wrong. Let me be personable. Thank y'all so much for sticking around. Honestly, it's been such a fun ride and kind of stressful, but I really wanted to document this because I felt as if there was Stancy, I want to say, what's his name? Stancy Adam or Stancy, bro, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. He has the Krotov wide body. I'm pretty sure he did a GAT prep series, I think a year or two ago. That was dope. It's just, you know, I'm trying to get as much Genesis content out as I can, and obviously getting it ready for GAT is a huge one. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Let me know what was the favorite, what's the best part, what's a mod that you really enjoy, what's a mod you don't like, what's something you would change, anything, comments below. Appreciate y'all. So many videos to come. GAT is happening right now. I'm posting these videos as I'm in GAT, so those who aren't in GAT can watch, and so I don't spoil or reveal anything. Appreciate y'all, love y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all very soon in the next video.